Hello and welcome back to another vlog. Thank you for coming to the channel, Sunset Annette. I'm going to catch you up on some of the things that we got done yesterday, that I got done yesterday. I keep saying we, but often it's just me. But when I say we, I'm including that guy and the one that you heard laughing back there. But anyway, went to my storage unit and was able to get that cabinet I was telling you guys. This is it here. So I'm probably going to be painting the front of it. I'm not into the whole flower situation, but we'll see what I come up with. But that might be a little further down the road. I'm just trying to get stuff in it right now. Because I brought 4 more totes. So that's why this is looking a mess. And I was able to put some things in here already. So I'm setting up my little tea tray. So I've got my honey, my different teas, and herbs there. So I can pull out this whole tray when I want tea and be able to make it right from there. And then some of this other stuff is just kind of crammed in here. So my food saver, my little, what is that, a bullet? So I still have a lot of organizing to do, but let me just kind of show you what I did here. So I don't know if you remember the little stand I had here with stuff on it. I moved Phoenix's bowl there and took all the stuff that was here and moved it out of the way. And I took that little stand that I bought and just put some dishes on it for now here. Like I said, they still got to come and finish this wall, and I dread it because I really wanted this done before the cabinet countertops came in, because now all the dust and all that BS, I hate that. It's just going to be a mess. So it really needed to get done before, but didn't. So I'm stuck with, going to have to deal with this dust when they've completely finished the wall. But then I'll get to paint it. And this kitchen should be done. My dishwasher's hooked up. Sink is hooked back up. The brackets are put on it. You can see there was tightness and there's no gap here. Where before when it was dropped in, there was just a little wave right here. So now it's fitting nice and tight. There was a bead of silicone added underneath here to make sure no water gets through. So I got that done. I think I told y'all this is hooked up. Oh, and I found some more knobs online. I have been in trouble finding these. These are called by Jeffrey Alexander. And it's the Belle Castell series. And when I had bought these, I bought them off of, I think I had told you guys, I had bought that whole thing right there was full of knobs. And that's what I got them from. A supply house had got business and turned all their things into Habitat for Humanity. When I went by there were all these knobs and pulls and stuff. And I'm in love with them because they almost look like they're just made out of rock. Just cut rock. But of course they're not. That's the copper and the silver, antique silver, I think it's called, or something like that. But anyway, I had ordered for this door because I didn't have one for here and one for that door. And then that bottom pull, I wanted it to be like these. So I just put that in for now because I really didn't think every place I had ordered them from, they accepted the order but then turned around and said that they were out of stock. So I was having trouble finding them, but last night I found them on eBay and ordered them, and I'm hoping those are in stock and will come in so then we can finish those cabinet there, the cabinet pulls. And then here for right now, right here, I think I'm just going to go ahead and paint that white for now until I find what I want to actually cover it with. But you know, once I paint it white, I might just leave it and not worry about it, and it'll all blend in, but still not sure, up in the air on that. Then we bought the trim for here. Funny story. I had just a little bit of paint left. So I was doing the trim outside. Let me show you. So I was doing the trim outside and I had this much more to go. I did this one, that piece of trim, and was running super low. Now this is not even 3 feet long, and was running low on paint. So I was talking to one of my cousins, and she said, why don't you get a little acetone and put it in there and mix it up, and maybe that'll extend that paint enough for you to get that done. So I was like, okay. And in the back of my head, I half thought, does acetone and latex paint go together? I can tell you from experience, it does not. So what happened is I poured just a little bit of acetone in that paint, and it like curdled almost. It looked like yogurt. Even the brush curdled and got like hard. It was weird. Anyway, so what little paint I did have left ended up getting ruined. So now I'm going to have to go and buy some more paint so I can get that done and he can put that trim up. See, there was something else I wanted to share. Let me just show you real quick here. So it's still looks horrible, but I don't know if you can tell that some of the boxes are gone now, and I'm making a little bit of progress. I don't think anything got done back here. Oh yeah. I don't know if you remember that panel that was over the hot water heater was just kind of standing against there, and got that screwed into place. So that's all good there. Still have all this to do in here. And I was told that there is a spray-on texture that you can just spray on the wall. You let it sit for a little bit, and then you kind of go and knock it down with one of those scraper things. Oh my God, me and my terminology sucks. One of those things. I know what it's called, but I can't remember. Anyway, and knock it down some, and that'll help to even it out. So I don't know if I'm going to go spray texture route, or if I'm just going to go ahead and use this compound and do that. The reason for this is the compound is so thick, and I'm going to have to be using a lot of hand work. And I'm just trying to save my hands right now as much as possible. So that's why I was thinking the spray might be easier for me to get it up there and knock it down, and I won't be in pain so much. But I can tell you one thing. That shot that they gave me in my hand the other day when I went to the doctor, you can almost see where it's still a little swollen, but has helped quite a bit. I can move my hands a little better. When I do a fist, well, it's still kind of, see how it gets, oh, my finger gets, okay, I can't pull it out right now. Hold on a minute. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Okay, did you hear that? Anyway, but it's getting stuck a little less, so I'm real happy about that. Anyway, I've got to get to work. It's a crazy day. We have girls out. Some are sick. Some have things going on with their parents that are sick, so I've got a really busy and long day today. I'm going to be filling in, plus doing my own things. So, whoop, I meant to turn that off. So anyway, that's kind of it for now. I'm going to head on into work, and if I get anything else done today, then I will definitely know. Let me let this guy say hi. Want to say hi? Want to say good morning? I got to go to work. I love you. You have a good day, okay? You be good, boy. Bye, baby. All right. And this guy here's been fed. He hasn't eaten, but he was fed. Had his vitamins, had his eye drops. So I'm going to head on into work, knock that out, and be back at you soon. Hello, hello. I am on my way home from a pet sit this morning, and it was kind of a rough night. The puppy's a little bit sick. The people had company, and it kind of upset the little dog's stomach, and so he's not been feeling his best. So I didn't sleep that great last night and woke up this morning and gave him a bath, which isn't something I usually do, but he needed it. But I'm heading home right now, and then I'm going to, I think I'm going to paint the bottom of where the stove is, that part that's still wood. I think I'm just going to go ahead and paint that white until I find exactly what I want to put on there. I may paint it white and end up liking it, and it'd be just fine. But I think that's what I'm going to try to tackle today. I am having some hand pained, surprising, but I don't know. So I'm not sure how much I'll be able to get done, but that is the goal. So I hope you guys are having a great day. It's a beautiful weekend, and I hope you get to do fun things. And that's all for now. I'm sorry, I think I'm just a little tired and don't even have my thoughts together. But we'll see how everything is at my house when I get there. Okay guys, this is the spot that I'm going to be trying to get painted today. And I have got some of my things out, but this little spot right here, oh my gosh. So I wanted to keep this little narrow spot so that I could put like my baking dishes, those flat cookie sheets and stuff like that in here. So I'm going to be painting that, but it needs to have a piece of trim down here. So I'll be nailing that piece of trim in there. And then I'm going to trim out the sides here so it looks better. I was going to just paint it, but that's still going to look kind of crappy. So I have this kind of trim. It's got that little gap here in the back. I don't know if that's too close and you can see it, but so if you can tell, this here has a slight little ledge to it. Maybe from here you can see that there's this part here is raised a little bit more than right there. And this having that little dip in it here because it's not completely flat. So I think I'm going to be able to put that against that spot that dips in and slide it right there and nail that in. And I've already tested it with the doors opening, the drawers opening, and they open just fine. So that's going to be how I trim this piece out. And the width and everything is perfect for that. But when we come to this side, I don't know if you can tell, this side is more narrow. So to do that there is going to lose me about 1/4 of an inch. It's about 1/4 of an inch wider than it needs to be. And I want to keep that opening as wide as possible because as you can see, it's not very, I'm thinking that's maybe 3 inches or so there. So I don't want to narrow that up anymore. So what I'm going to have to do is get one of these pieces and do a rip all the way down, about taking off this edge about 1/4 of an inch so that it can fit there and fit snugly and not have any space back here extra being taken up. So that's going to be my challenge for now. I've got everything up here set up. Let's see here. Doop Doop out here playing. Other Doop Doops outside. He's standing right there. Go potty, baby. And then, so here's one of the pieces that I'm going to rip. I think this one here was the right length. I just needed a little bit cut off. I'm looking for my tape measure because I had it just a second ago. Dang it. Let's see where I've put that thing now. Here we are. Tape measure. So I measured it and it's like 30 7/8 or something like that. So this piece here is plenty long enough. So I'll be using this scrap. And then I didn't have any other scraps long enough, so I'm going to have to use this new piece and get that cut and ripped. But I think I'm going to start with this one first. See if I can rip that side and that work out for me. So that's going to be the first one. And I was gifted this Black and Decker. Yep. Was gifted that. So that's what I'm going to use for the job. There is a bracket that has to go on it that will help me to do a straight line. Let's just get started, I guess. Let me get this thing marked off with the measurements of what I need to do and go from there. I'm figuring that what's going to happen is if I mess that piece up, then it's just a scrap piece. And I'll still have that whole new one to try again. But let's hope I don't have to. I really don't want to have to try again. I hope I get it the first time and can get this put up, because as it is, the day is escaping and I need to get this painting done. Sometimes the prep takes longer than the actual job getting it done, but I'm going to get started. Well, I was getting ready to cut this piece of wood, and a warning label on it. Decided to read it because, you know, oftentimes we don't. And look what this thing says. Now see, why does everything have to be made with toxic, cancer-causing agents? And how come stores haven't developed a place in them, an aisle or two, where you can go and purchase products that don't have this crap in it? Like, I don't even want to paint. I don't even want this in my house now. Of course, there's no telling. Let me check on this other piece of wood that I have that we used on the trim and see if that has that same kind of a warning label or not. Let's see right here. So this doesn't have a warning label. Maybe because it's a product of New Zealand. You know, other countries are much more aware and cautious when it comes to cancer-causing agents and things. In this country, we slap a label on it and hope people read it. And you know, most don't. So I'm kind of at a standstill because now I don't really want this crap in my house. I've tried to do things that had less toxins in it, even, you know, down to... Anyway, let me see. Let me figure this out, because I don't think we're going to have a lot of that trim. I think the only place right now that it was used was right back here on the threshold. Oh shit, I thought Okay, the only place I think I used it was here on the threshold. So, by the door, hopefully it'll air out some of those gases that might be harmful. That just really bugs me. But you know, this day and age, you really can't do too much about it. You just have to try to minimize as much of these things in your home as possible. I'm hoping that with me doing 2 coats of paint on it, that might be enough to seal in the toxic chemicals that they've put on this piece of wood. I don't know, but because I'm not going to be using a lot of it, oh, I know the other place that we used it. Crud. In the bedroom. In my bedroom, right next to my bed, right where I sleep, for the panel that goes to the shower. The spot we use that other trim on for this panel. And what's really cool, what we did here to be able to get to that is this whole door will slide out. So that's how we get there, but that's where that trim was used. Again, that has 2 coats of paint on it, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. But that just really bothers me. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you guys. Don't know if you guys are try to be conscious of that sort of thing or not, but I sure do, as much as possible. Anyway. Alright, I'm putting this thing away. Now I'll bring out the trim paint. See where we are. Still recording, so we're doing good. Sometimes the camera cuts off. You know that. You know it, right? Can I kiss your toes? You gonna let me kiss your toes? Let me give you kisses, okay? Let me give you little kisses. I kiss your toes. Can you do that for me? Oh, what you doing? Anyway, you gotta let me kiss. Let me get him. Hey, baby. Yeah. Oh, such a good boy.
Why are you such a good boy? And you got your toys? You breaking them all? You sure are. You breaking them all?
All right, paint.
Hi.
Remember, this is the one that I didn't get to finish painting. I was going to try to make the paint stretch a little bit more. I was talking to one of my cousins, and she said, just put some acetone in it and it'll thin it out. Doesn't work with latex paint. Might work with nail polish. So, here's to you, girl. Let me get this done. Oh, sorry about that. It got stuck on my shirt. Get this done and get it done right. All right. Now where am I? Where's the... Oh, look at that. I had to go and buy another gallon of paint yesterday. So, nice fresh paint. Ooh, that looks so good. I want to make sure this camera's on because I have something I need to say. So, I was doing a client yesterday. This whole thing with that sticker, and it's saying that that they put chemicals on it that cause cancer, has got me thinking. I have a client that yesterday told me that they just finished their house, and she said that there was no drywall in it, and that they did all the walls are wood, ceilings wood, stairs, everything. Nothing drywall in it whatsoever. And I'm thinking to myself, if that wood had those same stickers on it, that whole house is going to be emitting toxic fumes constant. I wonder how many people have built homes, and here in an area where everybody loves things more rustic, there are a lot of homes that they're just all wood. There's no drywall or anything like that in them. And I just wonder what the chances are of those people getting cancer because they're living in a home that has those chemicals just in it constantly. And then if you don't open up your windows, if you use an AC unit, then you're never getting fresh air. And you're breathing these things that you probably can't really even smell much and don't even realize. That's just sad to me. I really don't think it should be allowed. I think these companies should protect the people that purchase from them a little bit more and not use so many toxic chemicals. But who am I? I know. Did you see how that did? All right. Now those other pieces didn't have that label on it, that warning. This warning label that I'm peeling off right now. But what I'm going to do is to go ahead and paint this side of it as well, so hopefully it'll seal in anything toxic as much as possible. You're being crazy. You're being crazy. Get your booty, 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 booty. Don't get you. Don't get you. These are a little bit dusty.